From the Amazon to the Zambezi, rivers have been people's lifeblood for tens of thousands of years. Flowing for 5,000 kilometers through 6 countries, the Mekong is one of the world's mightiest. Among the ancient peoples who still call the Mekong region their home are the Khmer. They settled mainly in today's Cambodia, but they are also found upstream in Laos and downstream in Vietnam. They celebrate their culture fervently, and one part of that culture is boat racing. These boat races are no longer the casual pastime of old. They have become a semi-professional sport, even attracting corporate sponsorship for the leading teams. The Mekong flows out of Myanmar at the infamous Golden Triangle. There it separates Myanmar from Thailand and Laos. Historically, it has also separated 3 related indigenous peoples: the Shan, the Thai, and the Lao. Meandering all the way to the South China Sea, it has played a vital role in establishing and maintaining empires and kingdoms, often becoming a battleground in the conflicts that decided their fate. Like all rivers, the Mekong provides the staples for those who live along it. Fishing has been practiced since the first people arrived, and you're never far away from a fishing community. Look to either riverbank and you'll see small craft ready to set out for the next catch or to take the last one to a local market. Boarding one of these boats is now the best way to see the river, as commercial passenger services are rapidly disappearing. Yet only a few years ago, it was faster to travel by boat than by road. Agriculture has also been practiced since the first people arrived. When rivers form deltas, they deposit sediments that make the region fertile. In the case of the Mekong, this happens soon after the water enters Vietnam, making for one of the most fertile regions in the world. This is why the Mekong Delta supports a large population. Most inhabitants make their living from rice cultivation. The Mekong Delta is sometimes called the rice basket of Vietnam. Besides rice, just about every kind of tropical fruit can also be found here. The Mekong Delta is also the world's largest freshwater fishing area. Nobody goes a single day without eating some combination of those 3 foods. The best place to witness the area's economic activity is the Kai Rang floating market in the city of Can Tho. From daybreak to late morning, hundreds of vendors take to the river to sell their produce. Cantor can become overwhelming in the afternoon heat, but respite can be found among the shady labyrinths of canals that also form part of the delta. Swapping boat for canoe, there is no shortage of guides to paddle you to small off-the-beaten-path places where you can discover family-run orchards and cafes alongside musicians, artisans and craftspeople of all kinds. One such place is a rice paper factory. Here, the whole process of making the paper from the raw ingredients is demonstrated. The largest ethnic group in the region today is the Viet. But until 200 years ago, it was the Cham. They were so dominant that their kingdom occupied most of what is now southern Vietnam. It reached its height about 1,000 years ago. There are still a few thousand Cham people in small villages dotted around the region. Many of them still speak their indigenous language and still practice their own form of Hinduism. The Cham face the same challenges today as the dozens of other ethnic minority groups in Vietnam. Loss of their cultural heritage through assimilation into mainstream society. For now though, they are managing to keep their culture alive. The Mekong contributes to the lives of around 60 million people. But neglectful governance, dam construction and climate change are all contributing to threaten their livelihood. Rising sea levels are causing lower parts of the delta to flood. This in turn takes away arable land and causes higher salt levels, which lowers crop yields. For the first time in history, people are now migrating away from the region. If the Mekong is on your bucket list, you should visit while you still can.